This tutorial explains how to create a sequence diagram in Innoslate. So starting from an existing project, you're going to go to the menu, go to Diagrams, and here notice that we do not have a sequence diagram. Even if we did have one, we could create a new sequence diagram anyway. So we're going to go to the right now to Create Diagram, and then select what type of diagram we're going to create. In this case, we're going to create a sequence diagram. Now you can give your diagram either a name or a number. I'm going to recommend you give it a name. Okay, this creates the diagram for us. Now, you notice that we have lifelines. Those lifelines are actually the actors inside the model. Now, sometimes if you fire up Innoslate, you won't see the items to the left that you can drag and drop into the model. If that happens, simply click on the Show Sidebar. So we are now going to drag our lifeline over. And this is going to be one of the assets that's going to perform functions within the sequence diagram. So in this case, it's going to be the actual dishwasher. And then we have to have someone to run the dishwasher. So we have two choices here. We do have some existing assets within the program. So if we wanted to, we could look for the assets that we have existing in here, which in this case are teens and parents. But if we wanted someone else like kitchen staff to do this, so we could either select an existing entity and we could drag the teens over, and then they would be the ones running the dishwasher. Or we can create or use a new entity similar to the way we did with the dishwasher by just dragging it over. So here we're going to reuse the teens. So that relates the teens. It is an existing entity inside the database. This way, our diagram, sequence diagram, will now connect to other diagrams within the database by using that existing entity. Now, in a sequence diagram, we are going to be showing the data or goods flowing in between these two actors. So it's best if you have in your head a written out scenario ahead of time. So in the scenario that I have, a person is going to take dirty dishes, put in those in the dishwasher along with soap and some instructions. Then there's going to be a series of confirmation signals, at which point the dishwasher is then done running. So in a sequence diagram, one of the points is to show the actions in order and to show who is doing the action, or in this case, who is passing the data from one to another. So we're going to start off with a person, the teens, loading the dishwasher. So we're going to click on the lifeline. Now you'll notice the green dot, and then we're going to pull it over to the dishwasher. That creates the proper direction for the arrowhead. So we're going to start with the entity that's initiating the action and drag toward the data and drag toward the recipient of that, in this case, the dishes. Okay, so there's dirty dishes. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to add the soap and pass over instructions. So notice here, I still have that green dot, but I have two choices. I can either put something above dirty dishes or below. In this case, I'm going to choose to do that below. So I'm going to set up the SOAP. Then I'm going to set up the various cycle settings. And again, here, notice that I have a choice of where I want it to go and that the arrows are always going to go straight across. So where I wind up is going to dictate which one of these segments gets used. I think cycle choices is more specific than instructions there. Okay, so now the next thing that's going to happen is the dishwasher, once you have the cycle choices set up, you're going to get a confirmation that is that really what you want to do. So we're going to then start out from the dishwasher. And immediately after we have the cycle choices, we're going to get confirmation. Okay, then after the confirmation and we've loaded the SOAP, we're going to push the start button. And then after that, so there's a confirmation that comes back once we've done the start button, like it maybe shows you how long the cycle is going to take or something like that. Okay, if you thought this confirmation signal wasn't specific enough, you can always go back and edit that name. Okay, and then we get a start confirmation signal, and then the dishwasher, which is now going the wrong way. So notice I put the start confirmation signal and I'm heading the wrong direction. One thing I can do is simply remove that from the database and then just start over. So we want that signal to go from the dishwasher back to the user. Now we want a done signal would come from the dishwasher when it's all done back to the user. And that's the end of the sequence diagram. So you want to make sure you save. It's probably a good idea if you have a lengthy process to save more than once. And then your sequence diagram is available and you can open it back up and then continue to work with it.